Hi, good morning. I just wanted to share some encouragement, something that was on my heart. And I want to read from Matthew, starting at verse 3. Referring to Jesus, he told many stories in the form of parables, such as this one. Listen, a farmer went out to plant some seeds. As he scattered them across his field, some seeds fell on a footpath, and the birds came and ate them. Other seeds fell on shallow soil with underlying rock. The seeds sprouted quickly because the soil was shallow, but the plant soon wilted under the hot sun, and since they didn't have deep roots, they died. I'm going to stop right there. Jesus talks about different outcomes of seeds that were sown, but this one specifically has been like something on my heart. And whenever I would read this passage, I would feel like a deep conviction about that, about being so enthusiastic for the things of the Lord, or like having those moments of enthusiasm, or maybe going to like an event or a conference and I'm like pumped and excited, but then that momentum doesn't last. And in my devotional yesterday, I was reading and it was talking about this parable. And it was saying, just talking about the importance of, it was sharing about the importance of developing deep roots in the Lord. And really that's up to us. So I just want to encourage you, as I'm encouraging myself, to take the time to really develop deep roots in the Lord. And what does that look like? That looks like spending time with Him, reading the Word, getting to know Him through His Word, talking to others about Him and His Word, and just developing that intimacy with Him. It's just, especially in the times that we're in, it's so important that we stay close to the Lord. And if we don't have deep roots, we're not gonna last. And of course I don't want that for anyone, for any believer. But my heart is just so, there's just a fire in my heart that I don't want to go out. I want to keep it burning. I want it to keep going and just get stronger, because even the little things can be so distracting. And so I just want to encourage you, every single day, make Jesus the center of your day. Focus on Him. Stay close to Him. This is the most important relationship that we have. And I'll say this, and the lighting is kind of off because I'm outside, but it's okay. So I was I was watching this video on YouTube. I'm still going through it, trying to process through it slowly. But in it, the speaker was talking about, she was just praying in the beginning. And in her prayer, in her exhorting, she was just talking about the importance of our relationship with Jesus. We can so easily idolize so many other things that really aren't that important. And the Lord is definitely helping me to see right now, helping me to become more aware and to heed His voice quickly. And it's helping me to realize how often I place so much importance on things that He's like, that can wait. You don't have to do that right now, or you don't have to respond to this right now. I need you to spend time with me. I need you to do what I'm telling you to do first. And this speaker was just saying, every day, just setting your gaze on Jesus, memorizing everything about Him, staying close, just staying in His presence, and just fighting for that, because that's the most important thing. That's what we were created for. We were created for a relationship with the Lord, our Creator, our Maker. And if we prioritize everything else but Him, then one day all of that is literally I don't know literally, but it's all gonna burn up in the fire at the end, basically. And it's all going to come down to how we love Jesus and how we loved others with His love. He said the two most important commandments: love the Lord your God and love your neighbor as yourself. And it's just this passage, and just going into the concept of developing a deep root system, developing intimacy with the Lord. It's just a reminder of setting our priorities straight and keeping Jesus at the center of our lives. I don't know what exactly the future holds. I don't need to know everything that the future holds. All I know is what God has revealed in his word, and all we can do is just stay close to him and allow him to develop those deep roots in us. Not only for ourselves, not only for us to maintain our own sanity and to maintain that peace in the Lord, but to be able to be available to other people, because we're not just called to, I'm not just called to live for myself. I'm made for so much more than that. You're made for so much more than that. You're made to impact those around you. But if your relationship with the Lord is not set straight, then how are we going to be vessels for him if we don't know what he's saying? If our spiritual ears aren't sensitive to his voice, then how are we going to know an encouraging word to tell someone or something? We have to depend on him. And it's not just in the hard times, but especially in the times when we're not feeling as attacked, or we're not experiencing as much heartbreak or grieving or whatever it is, especially in the times when we are tempted to depend on ourselves. Those are the times that we need to be going even harder for the Lord, so that when those seasons of drought come, when those seasons of grieving or mourning or intense struggle come, we already have deep roots and we're able to get through that with our faith. And there are so many people whom I admire who have such a deep root system in the Lord. And I'm just reminded now of a friend's mom who passed away last year. It's almost been a year. And she had cancer for almost a year, I think 11 months. And when she found out that she was diagnosed, they shared a video at her celebration service of her worshiping the Lord. And I just admire her so much. I think about her a lot, and I just think about her faith and how she was able to go through that process probably every single day of that journey with a smile on her face, with joy in her heart, even though she was in a lot of pain, and the pain increased, especially towards the end of that journey. But to see her dependence on the Lord, literally in the middle of her struggle, that's deep. Those are deep roots. And those deep roots that she developed throughout her lifetime in her relationship with the Lord helped her when that season of her life came. She was able to face it with such a grace that still I am in awe of to this day, and I will probably reflect on for the rest of my life, because little stressors happen in life, and I get overly stressed about things that don't really matter, things that don't require that much intensity. And to see an example of someone like her who has such a deep faith in the Lord, and even when something is happening that she didn't necessarily that she wasn't expecting, that was devastating news and would devastate probably anyone, she's worshiping because her roots are so deep in the Lord. Her trust is deep. Deep roots mean a deep trust in the Lord. It means deep dependence and deep faith in the Lord. So I just want to encourage you, stay close to him, work hard to develop those roots in him, because we're going to need it in these times, man. The time is now for us to truly rise up and do what we need to do, and that starts with developing our relationship with God. So I pray that something from this helps you or encourages you, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day and your week. Remember that God is with you. God is for you. He will never leave you or forsake you. You are his child, and you have been born for such a time as this. As Esther 4:14 says, You have been born for such a time as this. Remember that. God bless you.